actually show up.
Yeah. Well, we're on the YouTubes. It always takes
Oh, is it behind me?
takes additional time for us to get onto
Oh, it's not.
the face space. We're apparently now on the face space. I'm going to hit this and refresh. We're going to do what we normally do to make sure we're there, because that's what we do.
What? Pinch the guest and see if he.
Well, we can.
shows up.
We can if you feel inclined. No, I just go to the Facebook page and keep refreshing until I see us.
Uh-oh.
And I don't. We're probably here. Yeah, see, I see it up in the corner. I just hate that I don't see it on the page. Are you on Facebook?
I got it now.
Do you see us?
It just pinged me.
Yeah, see, I fight with Zuckerberg so much, so I think he's actually starting to geofence my equipment, so I can't actually see. Anyway, we're here. We've already done, you missed it, in the green room, we've already done 22 minutes of Disney. There will be more. Welcome in. Coffee with a Capper. We have Boyd Watkins with us today. We are bringing Brad in, as always. He's granular a little bit. You have to understand what's going on in my office. Brad's additional camera number 3, is fighting for its life on my 2015 MacBook. So yeah, she's doing the best she can. So if Brad looks like he's from like a cowboy film that your grandfather watches on the weekend, yes, it's blaming on.
You tell me I'm too big for your MacBook.
That's it. Does that make you feel better? Do you want to give her a female name and emotionalize it for yourself?
No, I already told you. I think it's great that it's not like actually zooming in on me correctly. Because
yeah, the fact that this catcher's mitt is in 4K is not great. Not good for anybody. Nielsen ratings right through the turlet. Anyway, so we're gonna have Brad talk to us, Movement Mortgage, bring us an update. Then we're gonna get into all the things that Boyd is doing and not doing. And you got to tell the story about the fact that when you first came to Midday Protocol, you're like, hey, you know what? I should probably bring some numbers with me. So we'll get there too. But
yesterday didn't go well for me.
Boy, well, you also explained the fact that you're basically in a dentist chair at your house, but nobody can tell because you've got his whole setup at home is very relaxed.
Oh, yes.
We'll get there.
There's a chair? My understanding was that he works out of his bed in his PJs.
Well, I am in my PJs.
It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. You can't
see
see everywhere because he's got the green screen behind him with
none of that.
Downtown Disney, and Disney USA is behind him. Anyway, so Brad Kelly, Movement Mortgage. Are you going to open with weather? We were just talking about cyclone bombs and nor'easters and maybe a dusting. Nobody knows what they're going to get Saturday into Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. I literally sent to Nate the other day because of the parking lot with the snow thing. I was like, I saw something posted that we were getting 18 to 24 inches. I sent it to him and then the next day it was like, oh, maybe a dusting. And I'm like, what's going on? But yeah, no, it's fun out there.
It's gonna be great.
What is it? It's like minus whatever wind chill tonight. Yeah.
Today's brisk, and if you come to the Portsmouth office, the lanes keep getting tinier. I got here Wednesday, and it looked like a Mario Kart track. Yeah. So,
but hey everybody, how you doing? Things are kind of similar to what they've been. I think I know we're all kind of waiting for that. Oh, the rates are starting to drop type of thing. I think there's a lot of, and I'm trying to be so careful about what I say because of things, but political turmoil, I guess, or the unknown of what's coming because of the Fed, change and things of that nature with Powell he's out, I believe, I don't remember exactly soon, and then who's the new person and, what's that mean? And, are we taking over Greenland or, whatever it may be, there's a lot of.
You mean right next to Strat? Oh, the other. Yeah. We got Greenland. We already got it. It's great.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
There's somebody
meant.
Yeah.
What?
Somebody actually texted me on, I think it was either Sunday or Monday that the snowstorm was retaliation from Greenland.
Yes.
Like they were using a weather.
They control the weather. They control the weather. They're big enough.
Yeah, no. So yeah, it's entertaining out there. It's keeps you on your toes, but for the most part, things have kind of been hanging in that same mid 6 to low 6 ballpark. Depending on the details. It's not they're bouncing around a little bit, but that's mostly what you're dealing with is we're still in that world. Obviously you start getting into investment properties and second homes and things of that nature. The rates are, a little higher, as a result. And, that's kind of where we're at, A
couple of years ago, Gary threw up on the Vision speech, which is coming up in Atlanta in a few weeks. and he threw up the 30-year average for mortgage rates. And Alice Kabaki, of course she did. She took that one slide to her next listing appointment, and she got like a 1.8 because they were just that was the only thing they were going to fall on. That was their Nerf sword to fall on for the whole conversation. And I mean, just remind people if it's an agent that's new to the industry or they're having conversations with their civilians and their future clients, and they're like, "Oh my God, the sky is falling." The 30-year average,
it's lower now than it's been, other than COVID, which back to the same
an anomaly,
thing that I tell you, all the time about rates. So all the bad things in the planet are good for mortgage rates because they fall in line with the bond market. So it's mortgage-backed securities in the bond market. If all things being equal, mortgage-backed securities in the bond market are considered safe spots for money. And the stock market's riskier, higher reward with your money in there. But when things are unstable or there's, concern or we're not sure what's going on or whatever, people tend to move money out of the stock market and into the bond and the mortgage-backed securities market. The more mortgage-backed securities get bought, the lower the rates go. That's why the announcement around Fannie and Freddie buying mortgage-backed securities was a short bump down on rates. They did pop back up, over the holidays and things like that based on some other stuff. But once they really start getting into that arena, I think we'll see some downward pressure on rates just because they're buying more of those. That's what happened during COVID. That's what ultimately drove rates down during COVID was the government stepped in and they were like, okay, how do we save the average Joe money in this scenario? Oh, let's drive mortgage rates down. Everybody can refinance. They'll save money on their mortgage. They'll skip a mortgage payment in theory, depending on what they're doing. And it's just going to put them in a better spot financially while everybody's struggling to get through what we're dealing with, and that's what ultimately we're waiting for is that, what's going to happen. I don't think we'll see, let's put it this way. If we see a 4 on the front of it, I'll be shocked. And I say that in the next, I'd probably go as far as 2 years. I think 5 will help, help both of our businesses. It'll, get people more comfortable with things because I've already started to see clients are comfortable with the 6. For a while there, like it was rough. Like the rates were in the 7s, and people were like, but what happened to 3? And it was like, that's gone. Like that was before.
She died in the fire.
Now we're somewhere else. And ultimately people are kind of getting their head wrapped around those 6s right now. So if you all of a sudden are a 599, it's like, oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah.
Or 575 or something like that. That makes them feel a lot better about what they're doing out there. So, but I mean, I don't know what you guys are seeing. It's busy right now, and if it's not, like maybe you should get to work,
I was looked over.
Yeah, look right at you.
I didn't do anything.
So problematic. Well, I love that you said that about the 599. It's almost like when you get the results back for the radon test. 4-1, the world is over.
Yeah.
3-9, we're like, where do we? Kids go lick the walls. Everybody's fine, right? But that little tiny bit makes people feel so much better.
Yeah, it's just perception. It's. I mean, as we all know, you're buying the, biggest purchase of your life in most people's cases, and it's emotional. It's emotional when you're buying, it's emotional when you're selling. And, part of what you guys do every day is to control that narrative and that those emotions and make it not like, oh, an 1/8 in rate is the sky is falling. Make it seem like, okay, this is normal. We're dealing with normal things. And, at the end of the day, it's $10 a month. Like, why are we losing our minds about that? So
yeah,
I wish you all luck out there because you guys do a great job. But definitely
just have the conversations.
Yeah, have the conversations. Don't avoid them because then people know where they stand.
And should the perceived improvement that your clients are waiting for does finally arrive, you can have another conversation and make it change.
And like we talk about every time, rates start to improve. Guess what's going to come along with that, especially in our area. Prices are going to start to go up. Because we're got a demand issue, a supply and demand issue around here that is ultimately going to be a challenge.
For sure. Brad Kelly and his team, 603-396-3198, because he'll never say it. But if you've ever eaten a meal at a class or an all partners meeting, or if you enjoyed the other evening at the gala at Jimmy's Jazz Club, Brad and his team are responsible for making a lot of those things happen. Almost everything in this building. Every square inch of food you've chewed at a meeting here is brought to you by Bradley. So,
and just so you know, on that front, like I might write the check, or movement might write the check.
oh, the staff.
Yeah,
4,000%.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
like when we have things like the taco bar, that's Kaylee. You
Yep.
know, like her genius. Like you don't want me making your food.
You can look at you. You're like, now you're pissed. You're like, what? There was a
Wasn't it a
taco
taco
bar.
bar?
There was a taco bar. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know what
maybe
the
show
staff's
some
going to throw
sales meetings.
together. You never know.
I came to the last one.
Yes, there it is.
Sandwiches. Next month, taco bar.
Her office is like down the hall and around the corner. Yeah.
She's doing taxes. Leave her
I'm
alone.
going to send a strongly worded email
A curt email.
with exclamation points at the end. 'Cause
Yes.
For some reason, to me,
Yes.
that means yelling.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're yelling at me.
Yeah. Why are you yelling? Why
Happy
you-
birthday. Settle down.
Yeah. Why are you yelling through text? Boyd Watkins. So many people know you, but not enough people know the whole story. So just start with get us from high school graduation to this conversation. Or
Wow.
to get us high school graduation. I apologize. High school graduation to real estate. Get us there.
Oh, that was a long time.
It's all right. We've
Hold on
got
a
time.
second. He lives in Farmington. We sure about the high school thing?
We want all of it.
I grabbed
We
you
want
for
all of it.
mess.
We want. Yeah. I see. He's a masshole. That's all I wanted to uncover. Let's go.
The nice
Let's
one's out,
go.
but I'm a master.
Let's go. Where did you grow up?
Amesbury, Mass.
Amesbury. Yep.
Yeah, my mom still lives there, so I
Yep.
visit. Brad knows.
Yes. My mom is still in
Future dad.
Chelmsdale. We're both massholes. Right down 495, kid. Yep. Awesome.
I've actually been in Boyd's mom's house before.
I don't like. This is the part. This is the part where
up in that house.
No, it's my mother's 4'9". So yeah, right. So it fits her just well, but I can't walk all the way to the front because I will hit the ceiling.
you had to have been a C-section. What is
I'm
that?
still mad at me.
I can't feel my stomach. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And how tall are you?
Depends on the day. 6.
Heels, no heels. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 plus 6'1", 6'2". My
Okay.
sister tells me I used to be 6'4", which is a lie. I was never 6'4".
You have big hair in the 80s?
Yeah. Maybe with a
I did.
maybe with a ton of gel. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I had big hair.
Were you-
like
yeah.
heavy metal kid, long down to my butt, had a perm, and it was okay. It was the 80s. It was cool.
When
Had
certain
a big hot
birthdays,
pink streak.
we actually just had one. It was a few years ago. God bless Susanna. She found a headshot of Nicholas Dickless, and I think it was mullet / maybe a little bit of a mohawk. It was tremendous, and we had 4,000 copies made, and they were hanging everywhere around the building. So yeah, you've got a friend with Nate when it comes to that kind of stuff.
When I was in management, I used to manage Applebee's, and I come in and everybody's kind of snickering as I come in. What's going on? Everybody's snickering at me. I'm like, what's happening here? And then the GM shows me on his phone a picture of me, I think that he got from my mother, with long hair.
Payback.
And everybody's like, this is what everybody saw this morning. I thought, that was the 80s, man. That was all right. Like, I look good.
Everybody was
I
doing
would take
that.
that again.
Everybody was
over
doing
this.
that.
So,
Yeah, I had some tragic decisions that I made with my hair during high school because it was the whole. I'm going to leave it right here, like the Johnny Gill Kid and Play. And yeah, so I was amongst the white kids that thought I was vanilla chocolate. So
is
we
there a
had
photo
and,
that could come in.
Yeah, and I
online?
get like all my boys in my neighborhood. I cut everyone's hair, so we're all marching around. Yeah, we're all marching around with like lightning bolts shaved on the side of our head, and I had the Gumby cut at one point.
Wow.
Yeah, there's
the thing on the forehead too, like where you shave the line or whatever it was.
well, no, you did, the part was it was a lightning bolt. You would do, oh yeah, like the Johnny Gill. There were some poor decisions made, for sure. Anyway, so we're in Amesbury. Yep.
So then I graduated high school, got into Johnson & Wales. Was going to be a chef,
I can totally see that.
which is I don't
Yeah.
like to cook. Hate it actually. I don't know why I thought that was a good
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
And then my car
Was there
broke down.
some natural influence? You were like one night, you're like, you know what?
No, none of that.
you
I mean,
just-
I drank.
There was no room for that. I was double fisting. Yeah.
And I don't have any background like oh, really nice food, good quality food. I just like all the food. All the food somebody else made, delicious. All of
Yeah,
it.
it's the greatest.
If it can come in a box from somewhere else, oh, that's good. And I don't care what's in the box, delicious. So I had to leave that behind because I had to fix my car or go to school. So I didn't. Then delivered pizza, managed a bunch of restaurants. I did restaurant for 30 years.
Yeah, you were in hospitality for quite a bit.
Yeah.
What was your longest stretch? I know Applebee's seemed like it was a long stretch.
Applebee's was a long stretch.
Did you do the 99?
What's that?
Did you do the 99?
It was margaritas, right? Weren't you at margaritas?
Nope.
No?
Uno's.
Uno's, okay.
I opened the Uno's in Dover. I had come back from.
I loved Uno's.
When I
Uno's is
moved
dope.
I lived in Austin, Texas for a while, and I chased a girl down there, and we lived together and broke up, and that was awesome in our 1-bedroom apartment. And we had contracts with AmeriCorps, so like I lived behind the couch because we had a 1-bedroom apartment, so I had to live behind the couch. Yeah, that was a wonderful time.
That's amazing.
But then I came home.
How many months was that?
I don't know.
How like?
I don't know. I think I've wiped them out. Those weren't pleasant.
Yeah,
months.
No, I completely appreciate if you spend a lot of money with a therapist. I don't want to drudge that back
Yeah,
up, but I have to know when you guys were not together but still sharing that 1-bedroom flat studio, whatever it was, and you're living behind the couch. Did she ever bring home a guy and you had to suffer through it?
No.
Okay.
And to be fair, she's a nice person now. She was a nice person then. Not everybody's. You're not supposed to marry everybody you date. She did go on a date once, and I came home like, "Where's my dog?" And she had taken the dog. They just watched the movie, and my only thing I could come back with was, "How dare you take my dog?" So,
Yeah.
And then I went on a date, and then somehow magically we got back together. So didn't want me to go on a date.
That's really funny.
Yeah, whatever. Honestly, nice lady. I'm sure she's doing well. She was nice. I have nothing negative to say.
Kaylee says you're in for a taco bar.
That's right. But Austin was great. If you ever have to be poor, do it in Austin in the 90s and like ramen noodles. And to this day, I buy ramen noodles. I like ramen noodles.
He sounds like the guy. Who's the guy? Was it one of the Vegas trips that got up on stage that was talking about moving to California to do something? Was somebody that's highly successful at this point, and he figured out that the pizza place downstairs had that pan special that if you ate the entire pan of pizza, there was free. And he started doing that every day. And until the guy was like, "How about I just give you a couple of slices?" He's like, "You don't have to eat the whole pizza every time."
Funny.
Yeah, I forget who it was. It was one of the guys that was up on stage talking to us about life and where it leads you and stuff. So you had ramen instead.
I still like ramen. It was 7 cents a pack. Delicious. You don't get chicken. You get roast chicken because in my mind, those are better.
The roast chicken ramen. Okay.
Roast chicken ramen.
Good to know.
This ramen in my thing at home, my cabinet at home. So then I was in AmeriCorps. So I was a kindergarten teacher through AmeriCorps.
Yep.
Like working in a class. Then came home and I was just in a bad mood for a bit, break up. And
Yeah, sure.
in a bad mood. My buddy Nils was like, "I'm just sick of listening to you."
Yeah.
They are opening an Uno's in Dover. They hadn't even paved it yet. They hadn't even go there. I'm just sick of you.
Yeah.
So I went, got a job there, and when I was in Texas, I had 5 jobs. I delivered tacos, and I worked at a restaurant, and so kind of started there. And then and before I left, I was delivering pizza for Domino's. So then I went from there. Then I went to Applebee's. At one point, I forget, I opened my own. I own my own. We're going to call them restaurants in finger quotes.
Okay.
For 10 years, and that was an adventure. My wife, who's extraordinarily supportive, doesn't matter. She's a really supportive,
lovely woman.
of everything. But we won't be opening any more restaurants, or being silent partners of any. And a buddy's like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" She's like, "Nope."
Yeah.
That was not an awesome time. So we did that for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then I was in Applebee's management. So I sold all those things off. I was in Applebee's management, which I loved, by the way. People can talk all the crap they want. Great gig. Everything about them. I loved what I did. I loved everything I did. But it's nights and weekends, and I just wanted to hang out with my kids.
Sure.
So I thought the smart move is, in my mid-40s with 2 kids and a wife and a mortgage, is to completely leave behind everything I know, which is restaurant, and get into real estate. So I did that. And that was, sounds really easy. Not as easy as coming out of my face.
Tell me less.
You take the class and it teaches you how to pass the test. And then you wonder, so where are all these
The
buyers
immortal
and
words of
sellers?
Shannon. Yes.
How come no one's calling me? How come no strangers have my phone number?
Yeah.
I did bold, and I thought if I don't get anything through this, I'm going back to restaurant, because I left in a very good way.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to restaurant.
Yeah.
And then, God, I'm glad I didn't. Ended up joining Marcus's team. It was Marcus and Jessica at the time, but I was on Purple Acorn for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And really, I got to give him credit. Some ins and outs, and kind of here's how it's done.
Yeah.
And then after a couple of years, I left and I've been on my own since.
So the restaurant experience, as much as you enjoyed that, like
Loved
was the attraction with hospitality, even though that you hadn't got into like Johnson and Wales doesn't happen. And
I got in, I just couldn't afford it.
Oh, no. Yeah. But Johnson and Wales happens. And then for a myriad of reasons, you make the decision to step away from that. So you still had a passion to be around that. Was that the hospitality thing for you? Like,
I like the people.
Yeah. Okay.
Always been. I was a bartender for 17 years, I think. I like people. I think chatting is fun. I like all that stuff. Anybody who knows me, a bit long-winded.
Sure.
I am a chatter. All my listing appointments are 2 hours long. I like people.
So
that's the hospitality. I couldn't care less about the food.
So what do you take that's translatable from when you were in hospitality? What's the one thing that shows up time and time again, probably across all industries, that you is a transferable skill set?
You talk to anybody.
Yeah.
About anything. My son Aiden has the same thing. You talk to anybody about anything, and I enjoy it. That's the biggest part. I actually enjoy it. You can fake that. You can fake liking people.
Yeah.
But eventually, it's going to come out that I'm just doing this for money or whatever.
Yeah.
I think people are fun.
Is Jake more like mom? He's not. He's less.
Jake's more like actually. Jake's pretty chatty too.
Yeah.
He's got a strong friend group, but Aiden has more of that. Dad'll talk to anybody. When we go to like Walmart or Hannaford, and I've run into somebody I know because I was in a restaurant for a long time. You run into people.
Yeah.
And you introduce, and then at one point I'm chatting, and then
nobody's missing you either. And it's not like you just said, you're 6'1" or whatever, and I'm 5'9", so everyone's taller than me. But like you're just a big personality anyway. There's no way you're in the room. There's no way you're in the room and people don't know you're in the room. Brad has the same effect. Like Brad's incapable of being quiet. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a compliment.
No, it is.
You can take it either way.
No, I mean, I've said it a couple of weeks ago. I've said it a million times. Like Brad's like the big brother nobody wanted. Right? Like Brad's just loud and in your face and all that. But like when Brad's down the hallway and somebody tells him a joke in the Shark Tank with the door closed and he's facing the outer windows, you're still going to hear him laugh. And it's just, but it's not in a loud, annoying way. It's just like Brad's this big personality, you are as well. So like when you're there, you're one of those people. Nathan's the same way. You're not going to go across the street without running into 7 people.
Yeah.
So that makes life.
Well, a long time you bartend for 17 years, you're going to meet just a boatload of people. And again, I like people. But my wife will, at one point, I'll look around while chatting with somebody I've run into and be like, my wife's gone. I got to go.
Yeah.
The time amount has ended because we were actually there to do groceries. And it's been 20 minutes and I don't have anything in the basket.
Yeah. Janina loses her mind. She calls me TMI instead of like, she's like, everybody spells your name wrong. It's TMI. Like somebody could be like, so how are your folks? And I'd be like 7 minutes later. I'm like, so my third pair of blue socks, here's why I like those. Like we're just, we took the exit ramp. We're lost in the woods. But I think the way you take the conversation and hold the conversation, and it's not because everybody can feel that sense of this person's in this industry and they're faking the enjoyment of my presence to hopefully get to a point where the friendship isn't really based in respect and camaraderie. It's utilitarian. Yeah. Like they're being nice to me for this moment to see if there's an end game financially. Yeah, which is gross at its core. So
well, that's the commission breath. I think that I always say.
Yeah,
commission breath. If I'm just here because I'm just going to get paid from you. That's a don't get me wrong. I do this for a living, but that's the side thing. Getting commission is the side thing of the. I'm going to sell your house. I'm not buying it. I'm not selling it. I didn't build it. I'm not going to live there. I'm not financing it. The people have just the what can I get out of it? It's that comes off pretty quick.
So you say like, okay, now I'm going to do real estate. What was the tipping point? What was the conversation you had that somebody brought it up to you, or you, I don't know, ran into Shannon, or somebody told you to do it?
A terrible experience buying my house. Just
okay.
Awful experience. We went in. She's like, you got to go buy these things. She had no real interest in us. And mind you, I was 30. No real interest in us and showing us things. We did not have a nice experience. I always thought I would do that differently. But I like, for me, again, I steal a lot from all the people in the room. Control your calendar, control your wallet, or checkbook, I think it really is. And while I love my job at restaurant, I love the idea of, I haven't missed a ball game or school event, or I do whatever I want, whenever I want. So that was the major thing. But I always thought I would do it differently. And at one point I was like, I knew somebody here. I'm just going to reach out to somebody. And actually it was the Kenyans. So I went and sat with the Kenyans and just said, I literally looked him up in the yellow pages and just said, can you tell me what this thing is? Like, what do you actually do? And can you just tell me more about it? It was really eye-opening. And I was preparing to go back to restaurant because I had not done well. I hadn't gone anywhere with it or whatever. And that was I'd given my notice. And after talking to John Kenyon, I called him and said, the notice is real. I'm done. I gave a month's notice.
Yeah.
And then here we are.
So, stepping away and going out on your own, being a solo artist, which you've done now for 7 years?
I think this is year 7.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Very appreciative of my time with the team.
Oh, 4,000%. Yeah. What's the best part of that for you? Like, what was the initially? It's like, okay, this is cool, and I'm ready to do this. I've got my sea legs, and then you sort of sit there and you're like, oh shit, I'm in charge. You know?
Yeah, I like that.
No, I know you do.
I like to be
but it comes with a bucket of challenges.
Sure.
Yeah. So for you, what was the first like moment where you sort of looked up for like the team or for that resource that was there, and you're like, oh, I got to build this now, or I need to make sure this is in place or create this system?
I'm bad at follow-up. So the team was good at follow-up. Marcus had trained them well with that. I'm bad at follow-up. I'm still bad at follow-up. I'm just bad at that stuff.
Let me check my notes. That's right. I don't take them.
That's really those aspects of it are.
I would say it's not so much follow-up with you as it's the organization of your database piece and that triggers that follow-up. You know, I think because you're good at keeping track of people.
Oh yeah. That part.
Yeah.
I like that part.
It's the database piece. I think you're short-sighting yourself on you're bad at follow-up. You're good at follow-up as long as they're one of the last 10 people that you're dealing with. What the problem is once you get to 11, you can't keep track of them anymore, and you don't do the database stuff. I was telling you a story about, what was it? Was it Delaney that helped you do the Halloween blast or something one year? And you were like, oh yeah, I sent out an email out of my database and I got 4 deals out of it. And that was the last one I said.
Yeah. You know what? It worked. It was so annoying. It worked. Yeah.
Delaney actually yelled at me once. She's like, you don't,
as she should.
You're not keeping up with anybody? I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, you're just dumb then. Like,
I
Nate
love
pulled me
it.
aside, had me have, somebody said, you gotta have coffee with Nate. So Nate's first thing is like, what database are you using? I'm like, oh, none. So it's like, she's just throwing all that money away. I'm like, yeah.
I anytime I get him in front of a room of any of our agents, new agents, I always ask him, because I know what the answer is going to be. Like, if he could go back and do it again, when you hear me joking about the 3M notes and the cocktail napkins and the F-150, I'm making fun of him because it was just a shit show, you know? And then he finally got his database fixed, but truth be told, it wasn't him. It was Susanna and Kate, and it's taken him a long time to get.
That's the hard part with databases.
1,000%.
It's really easy if you know 4 people to get those 4 people in, and then to start adding 5 and 6 and 7, 8. It's when you know 100 people and you didn't keep up with that 100 in your database. That's where the pain comes from, or 1,000 or whatever it may be, is going backwards and backfilling,
But you've also developed a terrible habit from a great skill. Because I have to imagine this might have been you, because this shows up. This shows up for me as your coach when you show up on the call, midday protocol today at 1:00, timsoffice.com. And when you show up, you're like, and you're like, I see you pulling numbers. So when you were a server, did you stand at a table of 5 people and you memorized? Yeah. Were you a psychopath? I thought so. But also, when you're a bartender and the Kellys walk in, you knew he wanted an IPA, and you knew she wanted a Cosmo. You didn't have to wait for them.
Anybody's names, but I do their drinks.
To my point. So you brought that practice and that skill set, it's great, but if they're in front of me, I'm good. Yeah. Or if I talk to them in the last 3 days, I'm good.
When I walk out of closing, I say the same thing to everybody. Hey, listen, I know we're closed.
You better keep in touch, because I won't.
That's probably what I should have said. But I was like, listen, I know we closed, and just because we closed, I'm not dead to you. Like, I'm
going to act like it.
Yeah, you'll never hear from me again. So I'm beginning to work on that at year 9. Beginning to work on that.
Love it.
I of my calls and everything for the 1:00, I actually have a little scratch pad.
Oh, he's doing it. Doing it. Doing it.
A little bit of guilt helps.
Slight tracking.
I yelled at yesterday a little bit.
We're yelled at.
Put in my place.
Is he mean?
Mean. I said the hurtful words.
Isn't it helpful though?
Know what I'm doing this week?
My point. Awesome. So for you, in the last year, what was your best year so far?
Not the year we just had, the year before.
24. Okay. And what would you say you could blame that greatness on? What was the thing that was happening?
Honestly, nothing.
Because he's not tracking. See, he has no
Nothing-
idea. I have no idea how it
Nothing
happened.
crazy. That's the number of deals I did that, and with the number of, and I have a, like I had my biggest deal ever, biggest dollar sign ever transaction this year. I don't even know what I did last year. But I mean, I know I did for numbers, I mean, for money, but, it's far bigger than those other ones. I don't mind a $30,000 mobile home. I'll take a $2 million lake house too. Very excited about it.
Yep.
I don't really, I'm not a property snob. I don't care.
No, I completely get that. What's the deal that you did that wasn't a big, and I know you just had your biggest deal ever in 25, right?
Yeah.
What's the deal that for you, there wasn't really a big number, but like emotionally it was?
$30,000 mobile home. My favorite deal of all time, years and years ago. I'm going to guess you already know the story because I've told it. $30,000 mobile home. Years ago, there's no real money in it. But my buyers, I was on the buy side, my buyers cried at the closing. And these were adults. Cried at the closing because they bought a home. It was awesome. I could see their faces now.
Yeah.
The big deals help you do those deals because that's not going to pay my mortgage, but my favorite one ever. Loved it.
Yeah. I shared a story in the last couple of weeks. An agent on the same day had something on the nubble, and then had something where she helped a father and a daughter buy the house they were getting evicted from. And she's like, don't get me wrong, both checks were delicious. She's like, but the one that I'll talk about for the rest of my career was helping the father and the daughter, buy the house they were going to get evicted from, which is pretty cool. So your schedule now, like, what are you doing now that's more purposeful, that's helping you? Because I think you're about to put something on the market in the coming weeks that's going to replace your old big deal.
You would think so, but I'm not anymore.
Oh, that changed. Okay.
So I will tell you,
Okay.
I had a huge one coming, a monster, doubled my last one. And really nice people, beautiful, beautiful property. And they love their builder. And their builder, we've been talking pretty regularly.
Yeah.
And they contact me. And
well, they have to, because you don't get back to people.
Well,
Go ahead.
well.
It's a hell of a plan.
They said, our builder has somebody that has sold many of his properties, and they love their builder. And I will tell you, the properties are extraordinary.
Yeah.
And their builder has a realtor, and that's their person. This was 2 days ago, by the way. So that was a fun email. Yeah. It is what it is.
It is
not
what
gonna
it
ruin
is.
my life.
Right. Yes.
Beautiful property.
Yep.
Not that I was talking them out of it. I'm like, this is the house that when you won in life, you worked really, really hard.
Mm-hmm.
This is the prize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why do you want to move to New Jersey again?
Right. Yeah. Interesting.
Close to the grandkids.
Yeah.
And I get that too.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
You talked about the fact that you love the flexibility, and we've talked nonstop about, like, when over the holidays for you, when it was Jake and Aiden being home. For me, when Aiden gets back from school, like, just the feeling. And we were joking the other day that the tree's still up, right? The Tim Lindsay Christmas tree rule is if the Patriots are still playing, the tree stays up.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and I guess your family, Brad's family has now adopted it. So
yeah, I did this years ago, back like during the Brady run, because you talked about it. But like I'm that obnoxious guy in the neighborhood that has lights all over the place in my yard, and kind of like you, they're still on. Because the Patriots haven't lost yet.
Yes. Yeah.
And I almost feel like putting something on the Facebook page for the neighborhood and be like, sorry.
Just so you know.
I know it's February, but
it's a juju thing. It's a juju thing.
Nobody cares. Nobody walks by and thinks, oh
no. Somebody posted on the neighborhood Facebook page anonymously, like, can we take down our Christmas decorations now 1 year? And
which is fascinating.
The response from my wife was amazing.
I can imagine. But the boys go back to school, but when they are home, like you absolutely subscribe to God, family, business in that order. Like, yeah. I mean, and the great thing was you were religiously, when you weren't out doing something with the family during break, you were religiously coming to Midday Protocol. You're like, nothing. We made pancakes today. Like, you were checking in proudly with your zero. Because that's so, because it's so important. So talk to me about how much it's changed for you, your day-to-day schedule, now that both boys are off on campus.
Well, now I'm working again. Now I actually making the calls and answering the phone and reaching out to, believe it or not, to past clients. I have one that we have an appointment this weekend to go and help them sell the house I help them buy
Yeah.
to buy another house.
Nice.
Those are the good phone calls. But I when they're home, this is very limited time, and I just want to be sitting on the couch just in case
Something.
they would like to chat with me.
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't want to be busy.
Yeah. You're
I want to
available.
make sure that,
Yeah.
just kind of chomping at the bit. Now that they're both back to work.
Yeah.
February is going to be sad.
Why?
Because I didn't do anything in December. That December leads to February.
Yo, you're building your 90-day hollow.
That December to February.
Yeah.
I know when when I came in today, he's like, "Oh, closing today." I'm like, "No,
Nope.
You have to make calls to get a closing."
Yep.
So,
Very busy not doing that during the holidays.
Yeah.
What's the most important thing, like when you're done doing this and your boys remember you, and your whole family for that matter, remember how you behaved in the space when the family was together? Like, what's the one thing that you hope rubs off on them and they do with their families as well?
time with the kids. Number one thing. If you're family time, you only get the one trip around.
Yeah.
Family time. We all work so hard to make money to do all the things, and I'm that guy too. You all work so hard to make money, then you realize, like, oh my God, like my kids are 19 and 21.
Yeah. Yep.
And every now and then, like, 21.
Yeah.
Aren't you like 6? That stuff runs out. It's advice to every parent of adult or teenage children tells every new parent. Every new parent's like, whatever.
Yeah,
Like, hey, listen, pick them up, never put it
Yep.
down, and spend all the time you can. And there's always money. All those, it's all real. It doesn't come to fruition until the kids are older. You're like, oh crap, that was real advice.
Yeah.
And you can't do it again. I would do it again in a minute.
Yeah.
My wife keeps reminding me, like, I'm like, hey, what do you think about another one? She's like, you're 53. You'll literally have to work forever. Like, you'll be like, when a kid graduates from high school, you'll be in your 70s. Like, oh, that's a really good call. And I haven't taken any good care of this. So we'll be picking up the kids.
Yeah.
I'd do it again in a minute.
70s at a high school graduation.
Yeah.
That'd be
Oh,
great.
you brought your grandfather.
Yep.
Nope.
Nope. That's funny. For you, when you think about how your business has evolved, what's the biggest change you've made since like day one and what you're doing now?
I take it more seriously now than I did then. Back then, I thought it was going to be easy and everything just comes to you. I treat it much more of a career now than before. It was not a hobby because I was going to do this for a living, but I take it far more serious now than I did then.
Is that like, I mean, because I'm sure with everything you did with hospitality, there were certainly roles that you had that probably went all the way up to general manager or spent most of your time as a general manager, yes, or in management roles. Yeah. So as much as this is yours and you can do whatever you want and you were in important roles in hospitality, but the buck didn't stop with you, but you had to behave in a certain way because you were where the buck stopped locally.
Yeah.
What have you transferred from that mindset and those skills and things that you did to keep that thing on board? And you come back and you're like, this doesn't really matter. We're leaving for Disney in 3 days. Aiden's home. We're in our pajamas. We're making pancakes. Like what have you baked in that's serious for you?
That I am the be all end all at the end of it. If something went awry, it's because of me. Or I can't control everything. Sometimes things happen, but I could have. There should be no surprises. I should know everything coming up. I take it far more seriously. I manage my time very differently than I used to. I will say when I first started in real estate, the phone would ring, and I was in the kitchen. I'm like a sprint to get to it. Now I'm still going to the phone, but it's not a desperate sprint. I also, you don't take everything. I'm more cautious.
Yeah.
Before you take anything, you're just so excited anybody wanted to work with you. Let's go walk 35 acres of wetlands.
Sure.
So things work a little differently now, but really it's the same kind of thing. You just have to have your structure, and this is how it works. And the way that I sell me isn't the way that Brad will sell him, or you will sell you, or any of the other people. You can't sell you the way I sell me. That's kind of the same. I sold myself. When you're a bartender, you tip. Like you make, I don't know, $250 an hour, whatever it is. It's all about tips. But I do enjoy the people, so I made a nice living doing it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a trap. Watch out for that.
Yeah.
You're younger and getting into bartending, think, oh, I'll do this forever. Then there's a point like when you're in your 40s, you think, ask me for a fork and see what happens. I know I brought you a salad. Ask me for a fork. I dare you. And they're right here, but I dare you. So,
that's amazing.
That's what I was like. I gotta go. So
you're absolutely protective of your time when the boys are available. You and the wife, because I've said this so many times. I remember being at events for Mega and family, and the speakers up on stage, and they're like, "You got to make time. Like, you got to have a date night." And I'm just like, I'd look at Nate, and I'm just like, because Nate and I are you know, all of us struggle with it. Probably I think everyone, you know, male, female, with your partner, your spouse, it's a struggle to make sure that we are creating that time, you know, to be married.
Well,
You got to keep dating. Got to keep dating.
Real quick. So what did your wife tell you when the kids went to school?
Well, you're making my point. You're leading. I love this. I'm going to soft serve this over.
Empty nesting would be great. That would be great. Not that she loves the kids and everything like that, but it would be what a good time. Like empty nesting would be, it'd be great. Oh my God, we're going to have so much time. We're going to do all these things together.
Yep.
It is not great.
He was like, no, it's not.
I adore my wife. After all these years, she's still like my favorite person.
Yeah.
But the mood's a little different at home. And
how did Friday's show go? Well, Boyd's not married anymore, but other than that, good.
You got to feel bad for her because she's out and she's doing her thing and she's talking to people all day long. And I'm talking to people differently from home. So I'm home alone and the dogs don't count because I answer back. And as soon as she gets home, I'm like, oh, a grown up.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
Here it all is. Oops,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yep. That's fine.
I don't like it. I would have another one in it. Like if she said yes, it'd be one coming. She's very smart. My wife is very reasonable. Also, if she wasn't there, we'd have all the dogs from the shelter. All the dogs. Just put them in. We'll take them all. But my wife is a reasonable person, and you need that.
To counterbalance you, of course.
All the dogs.
Absolutely.
Go away for a week. We'll have all the dogs.
So I have to imagine, and I'm not trying to put this out into the ether. I hope that Aiden's being very responsible. But at some point, there's going to be little Aidens and little Jakes, and that window is coming. And you know, what's your runway right now for real estate? Do you have a number in your head? Like, I'm going to do my last deal when I'm X amount. Like, no idea.
I like to work. I've always been a workaholic. I hope to. If I can work, if I can do this for the rest of my life, I will. Not at this level. I don't want to. Sure. This level, but. You know, if I can do a handful of deals a year that pay for Disney trips or whatever, I have no end game with it. I like what we do. I think what we do is pretty fascinating.
Especially when you've already figured out how to shut it off and go do the things you want to do. Yeah. And that's the key, you know.
If you can manage your calendar, if you can manage your time, which is hard in the beginning because you're so desperate, because there is no safety net if you don't have another job. And the people who do this as a dual career, it's impressive. I don't know how you focus on. There's so much happening.
We have Nathan Fredette next week. He's our number one dual career agent.
And really is impressive. I don't have that. But I'd like to do it at a different level than now. Like not so much because I need to provide a living, but because I really do enjoy it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you're going to get your license for Orlando. That's all. I was just wondering.
No, and I would, but
I would.
The answer was no. So, hey, what if we lived in Florida? No. All right. Oh, it's actually nice, but she's like,
oh, she wouldn't go to Florida full time?
No, we were down there. I love Disney that much. We were down like, hey,
sure.
Look at this. What if we went over? Like, what if we moved here and I worked at Disney? And
you'd be the happiest man on the planet.
I could see him driving like
oh
the
my
boats.
God.
I'll be the guy. Yes. I'll be the guy that picks up the trash. That guy looks pretty happy. But then you talk to them there. But we had a conversation because I'm not shy. I'll talk to the shop workers. Like, hey, how do you like? Like, it's great. It's a great work environment. All the other things, but there's no real money here. Take a look around. Everybody's either 19
or 90
or 65.
Yeah.
Nobody's here making a living to put their family through life. Like, oh, that makes sense. So 65.
But so. One of the times we went down, we did one of the pontoon boats that takes you to the fireworks at Epcot or whatever. There was a gentleman driving, and he was a grandfather, and he literally drives those boats because he gets discounted tickets so his grandkids can go to Disney World. Like he's not getting rich, but like
that's why he's doing
just
it.
Putting that back in your.
But you're there beyond the getting rich part. You're there now for the Disney of it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and you live close enough. The kids are going to come see you, and the kids are going to come see you because you're sending them and their kids to Disney because you drove the boat. That's brilliant. That's pretty.
We'll be doing that anyways. I hope to be daycare for my grandkids when they come, but there will be the like, hey, we came to pick up the kids. You couldn't help, you weren't here. Like, I know we're in Florida. So,
Boyd care. It sounds like a Dateline episode. Yeah.
Oh my God, bring the kids over. I'll be
the kids, dogs.
I work from home. Wildly unproductive this week while I had the grandkids every day. So.
Well, we teased it enough. I mean, when did the affection for Disney start? Like, at what age?
I went my first time when I was 32.
Oh, okay.
And I can't believe it exists in this planet. remember going there, just like, I can't believe that this exists. And we stayed off property then. And then the first time we went with the kids, we stayed at movies. So like the All-Star Resorts, but the movies one. And I just couldn't believe when you walk back there, like there's a 40-foot tall Buzz or Woody or whatever. I just couldn't believe it existed. Then you get there and all of it is just, it looks like they painted it yesterday. Everybody's so happy and smiling. It really is you've left Disney when you get to the airport. And I like to drive because I like to make my kids like, you stuck with me in the car for 2 days. We're going to chat. But when if you go to the airport, you get there and people talk to you like, that's right. No longer at Disney because you don't like me. So, or, the airport's different than Disney.
Yeah.
But all of it. I love all of it. I've always liked Disney. I've always been a fan, but I just, I'd never made it out there.
Okay.
And then going there was, I don't know how you go there and just don't be like, this is just, I can't believe this exists on the planet.
I know what the answer is going to be, but I'm just going to ask anyway. Disney World, Disneyland. Which one do you like better?
Disney World.
Yeah.
He made fun of me for going to Disneyland last year.
I'm making fun of you, but
no, you did.
Once you go to Disneyland if you live in California, right?
Sure.
Then at one point you're like, you know what? Let's try out Disney World. And then you never go to Disneyland again. Because one is this park and it's about that big and you can do the whole thing in a day. And one is
no, it's 3 days. It's a 3-day park. There's 2 parks.
You're going
3 days.
You're going too slow.
I'm telling you. It was
going too slow. I've never seen Nathan Dickey's little legs move so quick. This is probably Family Reunion 14. This is the one that Doyle talks about.
Oh.
and Doyle and I are walking. It's Lent, so I was not drinking, and that's the infamous picture of all of us. And I have my resting Disney face because everybody said I was mad. I'm like, no, it just got caught in the same photo. Susanna has the same face, but I'm the one that gets picked on. Anyway, and he and Nathan are about 3,000 feet in front of it, moving at light speed. Magic hours are being used, and you had a wand. There was something going on with Harry Potter. Like, I don't know what was taking place.
Wrong place.
No, that was the trip. I saw her the other day, and I was teasing her about it when we put Alice on the dwarf mine train ride. And she was like, "What are we doing?" And then she came back. She was like, "Oh my god!"
Well, yeah, and the dwarf ride was where I said, "Are we inside? Are we outside?"
No, that was Big Thunder Mountain.
That's Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah, okay. You were at Big Thunder Mountain. You were
so we're on a ride. There's so many rides at Disney where like there's the faux ceiling, and and I had I'm old. Everybody makes fun of the fact that I'm old.
We're the same age.
I know, but do they call you Grandpa Lindsay at the office? No,
they don't.
Yeah. I'm like a fossil in the staff. But anyway, so I got Kaylee sitting next to me. Worst choice ever made. And I don't mean the company. She's wonderful. But she records. She's the CIA. Yeah, everything is on her iCloud is going to take us all down. Let me just say that. So we're like going and I'm looking around and like there were parts of the ride where it like felt like you're outside. You look up, you thought it was the sky, but it wasn't. And then we get outside and I feel like this rush of air. And I meant to have an internal monologue with myself, but I said it out loud. I'm like, are we inside? Are we inside or are we outside?
Yep.
Grandpa Lindsay.
And so then for about a month or 2 months afterwards, the girls at the front desk had a sign and it just said, Timothy Lindsay. And when I would leave for lunch, they would put Tim is outside. Tim is inside. Never live it down. Never live it down. How often have you been? How many trips have you taken now altogether?
Except for the COVID year, we go every year. We like to be there until the kids went to college and ruined it. We like to be there for Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you.
Wow.
And then Sarah and I have gone for our 15 and our 20 anniversary, just the two of us.
Very
which
cool.
is a very, very different trip.
Do you do Food and Wine? Because you've done Food and Wine. You guys do it. I know the Dickies do it.
We're typically there for then. We've been there for, we did a big one in October. And then our anniversary is October. So we went for our anniversary in October and we dress up and buy the ticket and trick or treat. And Sarah was Rey and I was the newer version of Luke with all the robes because the beard and everything like that. And
I thought he was going to say
kids.
Chewbacca.
We trick or treated with the bag, and oh my god, it was such a good time. Then we did it again.
Oh, you're talking about the Halloween party?
The Halloween,
yeah.
Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween.
Yeah.
There was a point when she's like, "You got to take off some robes because you look like you might pass out." Because all the robes sound good in October here, but it's still warm.
Yeah,
in Florida.
1000%.
It's like I might pass out. I'm not taking off the robes.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna hold on.
I'm Luke.
Yeah.
Great time. So yeah, we go.
So
God, I don't know how many times.
You left one important piece of the Disney cycle out of you and your wife. So you should tell the wedding story.
Like my wedding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So she's a huge Beauty and the Beast fan. Like that's always been her thing.
Okay.
She went to Disney as a kid. Like that big Beauty and the Beast fan. Did you see the pictures of this? This is what happened. Awesome. So, we didn't have a Disney themed wedding or Beauty and the Beast themed wedding or anything like that, but we did have the rose and the jar at our table. And then at one point, her father had pre-planned this, got from some stage production, some big stage production, the beast head, giant beast head you'd put on, like an actor would put on. I had a cape and I had the gloves. And so they're going to do a song, and I'm around the corner, and there's a video. You can see her like looking around for me where they're announcing the song. And sure enough, I walk around and I've got I'm Beast with the big beast head. We did the big dance, and then it wasn't a reveal. I'm sure she knew it was me. I took it off at the end. It's not that it wasn't themed that way, but a little bit themed that way.
It's a little bit themed that way.
It wasn't themed that way. We had the rose, and I dressed up as a beast.
Right. But it wasn't a full thing.
That's a better one. Like Nate got food poisoning in his wedding.
Oh.
And then I had to come off the cruise.
That was a
Really?
nightmare.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Tara.
Nate's got, God bless her. Yeah. She.
Oh, you know where I heard about that? I heard about that from Tara on Nathology.
Yeah. Yes.
Where you forgot my name.
No, here we end with, good night, everybody. Try the veal.
I remember watching
We'll be here all week.
and I didn't know. So Brad told me. And then a few other people told me that I watched. I'm like, how many Boyds could he know?
It wasn't that I forgot which Boyd. I couldn't remember anything. Like I was just like, oh my God, what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? And then I don't know if somebody hit me up in chat. It was after the show.
It was like all the posts.
Describing me to a T. I'm like, that's all.
Yeah.
It must be me because
I was like losing my mind that day. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. That's why I get the inside outside thing all the time. Unbelievable. For you, with what you're doing with your clients, like what's the thing that you're working on this year to get better at and be more purposeful about?
100%. Going back to working my database, keeping up with my previous clients, just say my trying to reach out to them more. Really and actually at this point, the whole, I have a lot of my business is people that I help buy a house and I want to sell a house, buy a different house, whether they've outgrown it or maybe the kids are gone or whatever it is. That's this year as I want to work on my database. I might employ somebody to do it because I'm far enough behind where I don't mind putting 5 people. That's easy. Throw 5 people in. I have quite a few people at this point who I've never, I haven't done anything with. It's getting them. Yeah. It's that the seems like a nuisance to me because I don't like that type of stuff. I'm not tech savvy. I thought about having somebody who could do that quickly. That would take me forever.
What do you have, a pile of napkins you're going to hand them and be like, can you put these on?
Right. Yes.
Yes.
Here's all my notes. Good luck reading any of that. So, is that a cue? Oh,
yeah.
It wouldn't be like, no, I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know what that says.
Well, we've got a great group. Vibe Connection is a great group down in Trinidad. So the girls in compliance, so Jordana and Nicole and Aisha, RT in the MCA department, they're all through Vibe Connection if you're looking for somebody to do that. Can you see somebody at a VA company getting in a big stuffy envelope full of cocktail napkins with data points? Be like, this is Boyd's problem. You fix this now.
The problem, if it's handwritten, it means I have the worst writing. So I'm on the phone, so I'm taking notes because I have a terrible memory. So I'm taking notes. Those immediately have to be translated onto the computer because within half an hour,
you won't know what it says. Yeah, I completely understand that.
I'm meeting them at 5. God, if it didn't make it to the computer, if it's not on my calendar,
it's not happening. Would you, thinking about that out loud, would you do virtual assistant or do you want to grab a human and have them do it here locally?
I'd probably grab a human.
Okay.
Nothing against the VAs.
Sure.
But probably grab a person. I'd love to I've been telling myself for a while, I'll just do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I haven't done it yet. So,
yeah.
I'm going to tell myself that
it's
today.
Going to be great
I'm not going
eventually.
home to do that.
Yes. Yeah. The sun's out.
Right.
Enjoy the sun while you can. Absolutely. It was a few weeks ago, you went and just connected and just went and had lunch with somebody. It was nothing. I remember you talking about it on the call. You were like, we just went and grabbed lunch. There was no, business probably came up, but the intention wasn't let's go grab lunch. I'm going to talk them into buying a lake house. How much does that happen for you? And explain for the people that don't understand, that's still an important part of the process. That's still one of those pieces of wood in the rope ladder going across the ravine that we all have to build.
This is where I think my biggest failure in my business is that I don't do that enough. This is a person I actually just helped. I helped him buy some land, then I helped him sell some land, then I helped him buy a lake house. And then he was gone away and coming back and he's like, oh, boy, I would be in town. So we went and had lunch. solid characters, just good folks. I should do more of that. I have one coming up this weekend with somebody I just helped buy a
Perfect.
lake
Yeah.
house, and not for business. I'm just going to go and sit and
Right.
have a beer, sit on their, well, hopefully not on their deck. It's cold, but
Yeah.
got to
Shovel their deck. Yeah.
It's that front of mind thing. And every now and then you'll get when you'll see a listing come on, new listing. I'm like, how do I know that address? And you're like, I know that address because I sold that person that house
Mhm.
and I wasn't the call.
Mm.
I got to work on that. And it's not just the money part of it. It's I don't know.
Be the human.
I didn't do
again.
my job.
Yeah. Well, it's the average human's going to move every 7 to 10 years ish, right? So I keep saying, how are we going to show up in the gap of 6 years and 364
That really
days?
That's the thing I thought was like when I first heard that 7 to 10, when I first started, I thought, what? I've been in my house for 23 years and I hope never to move. I just thought that was a fictional number. And then here I am, let's say full production, 7, 8 years in, 100% real.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the calls are, I had one yesterday. Hey, Boyd, we bought a house with you 7 years ago. Now we'd like to sell. I have a bunch of those, and they kind of really hit like, oh, that's all real.
Yeah. I would say before
and they're the
COVID, it was
best
5
ones.
to
You already
7.
know them.
Yeah. Yep.
You already know them, and apparently they're calling you because I did a decent job. I didn't leave them with I got your money. So.
Yeah, and I don't say that to like have people thinking like, well, that's going to be wildly cost prohibitive if you're not making money yet. Like you have to keep taking people out for cocktails or coffee or lunch or dinner. And that's not the case. It's just how are you going to show up in their life on a regular basis when they're not transactional? So when they are transactional, they'll come to you because you were just a human.
Well,
and
you want that. You got to have that good experience in the beginning because if you had a bad experience, you can call them every week. They're not coming back.
Right.
I do have I'm not very good with social media. I really don't enjoy social media. So I do have I have a system in place that does send out a weekly email to everybody I put in. I will tell you and I pay for this, the last 20 transactions, I haven't had any of their names to anything. So I got to go home and do that. I want to do that today.
Maybe you don't have to do that. Maybe you have to start to find the person that's going to do that.
Yeah. But it's the keeping up with, because I really do have to get beyond I've always been a person who can just move on. I can just move on from it.
I'm waiting for something. So we've got the painting crew like roaming the hallways. I'm just waiting for a sandblaster to kick in just in time.
I was trying to figure out what that clicking noise was, and then I was like, "Oh, it's the roller. That's what it is."
Oh, are they out there right now rolling?
They were a minute ago.
Oh boy!
Yeah. I actually thought it was the building falling, like we've been talking about for years.
Yeah, it's finally going to happen.
I was getting ready to run.
It's finally going to happen. For your schedule, I know that you're not probably going to leave the home office or do it for no good reason. What's the class that you've attended in your years at KW that's been probably most formational for you?
Formational? I don't know. You know what one I love Ask the Broker. It's a Zoom class. It's not so much a class. I love Ask the Broker.
Monday at 1:30. Yep.
You go on, you can have nothing to say. You can have no new things,
Just
but you go on there.
Yeah.
All the other people's things are like, oh my God, I never thought of that. Obviously I do the
You see,
that's it. That's it.
The fact that this couldn't have waited an hour is just, this is Murphy's Law. Welcome to the show.
The ones I had Midday Protocol. That's my favorite one. And then I do that one. I try to hit the contracts classes. I'll tell you, there's always there's something new or different that I didn't realize. And I've written plenty of contracts, and every now and then you're like, oh crap. Like I used to not write in the date for the deed. I would write in that day's date. That's how I thought you did it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, today's date is this
when did
day.
you look up the deed? Today.
That's what I got. Turns out that's not the way. And that was years ago. Those are my favorite. I like the classes that are more back and forth. I like a nice back and forth. I like to be able to,
Sure.
As you know, I'm chatty.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Just to jump off of that, we were talking about something the other day, and it kind of made me laugh because I'm similar. We talk about knowing your routine, right, and who you're talking to and things like that. Like Boyd was telling a story about how like every person he talks to, he has his, for lack of a better word, script, but like it's not really a script because he's made it a Boyd thing, you know, like, so that's
his lore, his language of real estate.
Yeah. So like, you know, he talks about, oh, you're going to meet me. I'm going to have a Disney shirt on, you know, and I'm like,
1,000%.
Yep. Getting comfortable with that makes you more of a human too. Cause when you can start to put in stuff that's you know,
you got to take these scripts. There's great scripts out there. We got to make them person centric to you. like I was saying, Brad can't sell me the way I sell me. Brad can't sell him the way I sell me because we're different people. You take these scripts, it's all the same information,
Yes.
good information. You make them to you. My wife
Yes.
called me out the other day. I was took a call and it was my usual, and it sounds like a script because just because you say it enough, it is just flows right out.
Yep.
And it's not meant to be like I've gotten the telephone calls, the sales calls where you
Mr.
could hear them
Watkins,
almost
how can I get you
turning
into
the
a Buick
page.
today? Yeah.
And
Yep.
you're just like,
Yep.
oh, I just don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yep.
But she was in the other room. She's like, hey, you fumbled that a little bit. I'm like, what do you mean I fumbled that a little bit? She goes, I've heard you say that a million times. And never say it that way. I'm like, I know, I was just off. I couldn't get all the right words out. I'm like, yeah, I was really off.
You know what?
It's
We
odd
need a
that you
trip to
recognize
Disney.
that.
Yeah, I got to recenter. We need a trip to Disney.
I just I was doing whatever I was doing and it came in on I just wasn't prepared, but got to answer the phone and got up there. I'm like, yeah, I couldn't get the words out.
Well,
But my wife recognized right away. She's like, that's not how you say that. I'm like, oh.
And you said it making it unique to you. A script is a best practice. And when you make it yours, it becomes a unique practice, right?
But make it real.
1,000%.
Make it real. Like I'm not lying to you that I'm going to wear a Disney shirt. I am going to wear a Disney shirt. I'm wearing one now.
Yep.
If I wasn't here, if nobody saw me today,
still be there. Yes.
There'd be a Disney shirt on my body. It makes me happy. But it is.
And if he takes
part
his
of my
shirt off,
script.
he has a T-shirt tattooed around his.
Well, this is a Disney shirt as well.
I know that. We're not going to go any further. We'll let the ladies wonder how far that socks. We have socks.
No, regular,
really
boring black socks.
Terrible.
Disney PJs when I'm at home.
But I can only imagine.
I always tell everybody, if you talk to me 10 times on the phone, 9 of those times, wearing PJs, sitting on my couch, petting my dog, and it's all true.
It's all Disney.
It's either that or I'm in the car. I'm one of those two things. Yeah, but yeah, you got to make the scripts your own. You got to make them work for you, but make them real. All the lies are gonna come back to haunt you.
And the challenge is if people don't adopt the fact that you just have to keep working with them until they do become you. Somebody, whether we're in midday protocol or somebody asks me to come off mute and have a conversation with them during Fight Club, a weekend phone call, a one-on-one session, and like, okay, what you just said, where's that? And I'm like, some of that is Nate Dickey, 1973. Some of it's Gary Keller, 1984. Like, it's just been Frankenstein.
Oh yeah,
because I've heard it and I've layered it, and it's just become what I say now. And that's
you can't make this stuff up.
Yeah, Nate just beat into me like you have to be okay with.
Yeah, this is my version of somebody else's thing. I always say, like, I'm not reinventing the wheel.
Yep.
I'm not here to reinvent the wheel. I'm
going
to take this idea and this idea, the ones that work for me, and I'm going to honestly steal them from everybody.
That's why
I'm going to make them me-centric.
Yep.
I use the same terms. I use this is something I stole from you, and I say it all the time from years ago. I think during Ignite first, when you had to take Ignite. And and I loved it. There are no emergencies in real estate. I say it all the time.
Yep.
God, boy, the blah 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 happened. I'm like, we'll figure it out. You work the problem. There are no emergencies in real estate. We'll get it figured out.
Yep.
But if you're like, oh my God, we came in $10,000 under.
Yep.
That didn't help the person on the other side. But they're out there. But I believe it. That's the key. Is I'm not just saying I believe there are no emergencies in real estate. If it can happen, it can happen.
There's usually a way to get there. If the emotions are put aside, there's usually a way to get there. It's just being reasonable to agree.
But that's our job.
Yeah.
You as the buyer or seller can panic a little bit when something goes right because this isn't what you do, and you haven't seen this 1,000 times, whatever it is. I can step away because this isn't my house and I'm not buying or selling and I'm not finding all those other things. I say it all the time. I can not, it's not that not being emotional because it's not just a transaction, but I can not be emotional and maybe I know a trick or maybe I know a solve or, and there's your resources around you. I have no problem calling everybody, pour Sue Doyle. I always say I try not to, I don't know if we were on thing when I called Jenny on the ski lift.
Yeah.
So I called Jen on the ski lift, and she's like, "Yeah, no, I can tell you." I'm like, she's on the ski lift with her daughters skiing.
Yep. But she's going up. She's going up. She's got 8 minutes.
I said, "Oh, well, we'll talk later." She's like, "No, we're not even. We're on our way." I'm like, "Okay." And then I have no problem calling Jay or Tom if I need to. But sometimes during the weekend, I know that they're people, so I call Sue Doyle because I think she's an encyclopedia. Brad, one of my favorite stories about 2 things when I tell people about Brad. A, when my mother refinanced her house, I sent it to Brad. And if I trust him with my mother, I trust him with everybody. That is verbatim what I say. It's very true. Brad's been to my house.
There's a lot of mom jokes.
There are a lot of mom jokes.
The best one was the day that Boyd showed up and his mom was actually actively here refinancing.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, your mom's in the other room. And he was like, my mom's in the other room. I'm like, no, really, your mom's in the other room.
So we walk over and she tells me Randy's my middle, and she's like, hey, Randy, I'm like, you're in my office? You didn't, ma. So,
You're Boyd Randy Watkins?
I am.
Oh my God. That's
Middle name
information
Randy.
I should not have. Too late. Too
So
late.
I have a different name. My father is Boyd R. We're both Boyd R. Watkins, but my mother is 4'9". My father is 6'7". He did not want to be a junior, so we have different middle names. And so growing up, they would call me Randy because my father's name was Boyd. So they call you Randy, Randy, Randy. They don't start calling you to Boyd till you go to school, and that's your first name. So at home, I'm Randy. With everyone else, I'm
What am I thinking of? It's Coming to America. The kid on stage at the talent show at the church, Randy Watson, right? Isn't it? Like it's
from
just,
Sexual Chocolate.
yes, you said it.
Sexual Chocolate.
Yep,
That's my.
Randy Watkins.
shut
Oh
off
my
this
God,
yet?
no,
No.
no, we're still rolling.
We play a lot of games. Like we play a lot of board games when the kids are home and card games, and they're competitive. We're competitive.
Yep.
And we're competitive enough where we have a book where we keep track and there's a prize and a trophy at the end. And often
He tracks that.
Oh, yeah.
It's not in his database, though.
Oftentimes my name has been Sexual Chocolate.
Oh my God. Too funny. Too funny. All right. Now that we are being shut off, we are going to let Boyd go. Before you escape, you can go back to you and have a conversation with you on the first day of your freshman year. What's the advice? What would you tell yourself to avoid or lean into?
Work a database. Work a sphere.
You've made Nate so proud.
Work it. Honestly, if I could go back in time and change one thing, it would be I would keep up with my database 100%. Kick myself for it. I know I've thrown a lot of transactions away by not. And now I'm in a pit where now I'd like to, but it's going to be such a mountain to climb to get them where they need to be.
Yeah.
And again, if it had been 6 months, you're probably gonna be fine. But this is year 9, and there's a lot of people to put in that I've done nothing with. I would work my database. I would do it completely. But other than that, I would do most of it the same. I'm glad I joined the team. I'm very thankful for the tutelage I got there. Marcus was funny and interesting and smart. And then honestly, I'm glad I left the team. And not because they did anything, because of the right move. That was the right move for me then. I'm glad I do it the way I do it. I like working from home. I'm glad I made the transition from restaurant to this. And I loved my job in restaurant.
Yeah.
But I would change that I would work my database.
Appreciate that. All right.
I fucking ass.
We're gonna let Randy Watson go home and practice with his band. I love this. This is such good information. Brad Kelly and his team available to help you out. Please give them an opportunity to serve your clients. And everybody should have. I'll say this with Brad in the room. You should have more than one lender, because there's stuff that Brad's team just can't do. But Brad should be your first call. 603-396-3198 for Brad and the crew at Movement Mortgage. We will have the Nathan Fredette next week. He's our #1 dual career agent. So if you are somebody who is dual career, or you're trying to figure out how to just make your real estate business happen he's got 3+1 coming. She saw them at the party.
Oh.
She was pregnant. And I said, I'm going to ask you a question that my great late father would ask if he were here. Have you figured out what's causing it? She's like, yeah, we figured it out. We're shutting it down. She's done. She's done. So the Fredette family is going to be 4 and out, but,
wow.
He's got a great story. He has only ever been at Biberty Mutual doing real estate at the same time. It's heritage in his blood. His dad, Ron, was down in Massachusetts. And the fact that he does both. And I reached out to him at the end of last year and said, can you throw your numbers over? We're having a conversation on a career night, just trying to explain to some people that it's possible. And he said, down year, Tim, I only helped 9 families. And he did whatever millions in volume. So like the fact that he's doing that, and he's coaching his kids' youth leagues, and he runs and all of the things.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah,
he's full-time
runs by my house too.
He's full-time at Biberty Mutual. Yep. Yeah.
I don't know how people.
Well, tune in next week. He's a dynamo and a great personality. So we'll have Nate next week. Thank you, Boyd, for hanging out.
Thank you for having me.
Randy Watkins.
It's
so good. It's so good. You keep giving. Have a great week, everybody. Take care.